Bitcoin's decentralization is an important piece of Bitcoin's allure. Part of how it achieves this is through Bitcoin nodes, which anyone, you and me, we can operate. But what are these Bitcoin nodes? And just because you can, should you run one? This video explores those Bitcoin nodes and examines whether you, as an everyday Bitcoin user, should operate your own node on your own computer. But before we get started, I just want to remind you to hit that like and subscribe. We have a lot of cool videos coming out with a lot of great tips and tricks that I'm really excited to share. Thank you. So, what is a Bitcoin node? A node is essentially what makes Bitcoin run. It is what validates and accepts Bitcoin transactions and then sends them off to other nodes to confirm the transaction, and then allows miners to get to their work that they need to do. In a sense, this is separate from Bitcoin mining. Miners still process the transaction, but it requires a node to accept and confirm that the transaction is legit. Essentially, the node is an entire copy of the Bitcoin blockchain stored on a computer, which as of right now is about 500 gigabytes. However, you as a user can run a prune mode copy that's only about 5 gigabytes. It still cycles through the entire blockchain just as like a regular node, but you don't have to store the full blockchain at any one time. The cool part is that, as I said at the beginning, anyone can operate a Bitcoin node. All it requires is a computer running Mac, Windows, or Linux, and enough storage to store the node, or the 5 gigabytes if you want to go the prune way, and good internet. This really does highlight the democratization of Bitcoin. Anyone can operate a node and be a part of the Bitcoin blockchain. It is also relatively easy to install, but should you? First off, let's look at some of the benefits. Running a node helps directly involve you in Bitcoin's development. You can choose whether to upgrade your node to a new update, and whether you follow a fork or not. This really helps prevent actors who try to take control of a majority of nodes to force through an unwanted update. It also greatly increases your privacy. You can have your transactions go directly to your own node, so you can ensure that no information is going to a third-party node owner that could then use or sell that information. It also makes it more secure. You know, because it's coming from your own node, that someone can't scam you by sending fake Bitcoin or other Bitcoin hard forks like Bitcoin Cash without your consent, without your permission. But there are some negatives to consider. It does require your computer to be running at least 6 hours a day, and constantly is even better. This can be alright if you have a dedicated node for your computer, however, but there are other problems. A hacker can't take over the entire Bitcoin blockchain, but they can target individual nodes. This could affect things like your internet bandwidth, which might already be taking a beating by processing the information coming in from the Bitcoin network blockchain. Also, some Windows computers mistakenly think that blockchain contains viruses, which can cause problems with running it on your computer. And because you have a bigger target, you should always make sure that the wallet connected with the node has full security options. Play it especially safe to not lose your wallet information. But overall, it might make sense to operate your own node, especially if you take the precautions into account, and especially if you want to participate more in the Bitcoin blockchain, the democratization, or if you have a large number of transactions that you'll be handling for something like, for example, your own business, and you want the added security and privacy that running your own node comes with. In this case, operating a Bitcoin node can be useful, and it also helps in living up to the meaning of Bitcoin, which calls for more decentralization. By running your own node, you increase that decentralization and therefore indirectly increase the value of your Bitcoin in the long term. I hope this video has been really interesting and handy regarding Bitcoin nodes. If this has inspired you to start running your own node, great. There's a lot of resources out there that you can tap to make the experience a fun and fulfilling one. Thanks for watching, and good luck running your own Bitcoin node.